Why are you so comfortable with letting other people walk all over you? You know for a fact that you should have spoken up when they disrespected you. You know for a fact you should have called them out when they said something or did something that you didn't like. You know for a fact that you shouldn't have laughed off that disrespect. Oh no, it's okay. Like, it's not that deep. But it is. Because whether other people think it's okay or not, you don't. You know for a fact that it is something that does not sit right with you. You constantly think back to that situation saying, damn, I should have said something, like, why didn't I? You end up replaying that situation multiple times thinking, I should have said that, I should have said this. You're not okay with it, and you know you're not. And I hate to break it to you, but the reason why no one respects you is because you don't respect yourself either. And I'm not saying this to insult you, because I have experienced this multiple times, and I've come to the realization that it all starts with me. That disrespect that other people are willing to put towards me, it all comes from how I view myself and how I handle that disrespect. And let me give you an example, right? You need to realize that people treat you based on how you allow them to. Every single time you let something slide, every single time that you let something happen, you are teaching and educating someone in how to treat you, how you view yourself. Someone who has high self-respect is not going to allow themselves to be disrespected by a lot of people. But someone with low self-respect, someone who views themselves as someone who can be talked down to, someone who views themselves as someone who can be disregarded, moved to the side, put as a second, third, or maybe even fourth or last option, they will always allow disrespect because they don't view themselves as someone who is deserving of better. And I'm not going to say that there's anything wrong with that, because I have been through that as well. But the problem is staying there, realizing that you are in a state where you are constantly allowing disrespect. You're constantly allowing other people to walk all over you, to talk down to you, to think less of you, to say what you are capable of and what you're not, to say what you should accept and what you shouldn't, when it's your own life. You need to realize that all of that comes down to you. And here's an example, a personal example that I've been through, right? A girl that I was chatting to a year ago, right? We're having conversations, calling on the phone, meeting up. We're having a good time. She's a cool person to this day. I'm not here to tear down anyone's character, but I have a history of having low self-esteem and putting others way before my own needs. So when this person, or when this girl was clearly showing signs that she only liked the idea of having me around rather than who I am as a person, she would constantly disappear for months and then come back later as if nothing happened. She wouldn't apologize for certain things that she did that I thought was very disrespectful, despite bringing up that situation. This person has a clear pattern of disrespecting me, not because she's a bad person, because I allowed that to happen. I never really called her out on it. I never really openly said that I don't like this. I don't like the fact that you're doing that. And if it's something that you're going to continue to do without respect for me, then this isn't something that I can do. Without setting those boundaries, I was telling her in her mind, I was teaching her that it is okay to do this. If you don't tell someone that doing something isn't good, they are going to continue to do it. Prime example, why do you think children stop doing certain reckless acts as they grow older? Because someone told them, or they experienced it firsthand, that it isn't something that is beneficial for them long term. It could harm them, it could harm the other person. They become more considerate and aware of these situations after being told not to do so. So every single time you are allowing someone to do something without standing up for themselves, you are essentially telling them that it is okay to do this. You are telling them that it is okay to continue behaving the way that you do. Children only change the way that they behave once they are told that this is not the right way and there is a better way out there. You need to stand up for yourself, and you need to tell other people in your specific situation, or whatever's going on, whether someone's talking to you out of your name, whether someone's disrespecting you, whether someone's downplaying your worth, whether someone's trying to cage you and box your potential. You need to tell them and set boundaries that there is something that you disagree with what they said or what they did, and it needs to be addressed. They made you feel a certain type of way. If you don't do that, you are continuing to let that person think in their mind that it is okay to continue to do that. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Sometimes you will tell these people and nothing will change. Sometimes you will tell these people how you feel and the fact that you disagree with certain things that they do. Some people will agree, some people will take it on board and work towards becoming better and helping you out with that situation. They'll try not to disrespect you. But there are also people who do not care. There are also people who think you're bluffing. There are also people that will try and poke the bear, see if you're actually lying or not. So at that point, it's not about losing your mind, losing your temper. You're not trying to out this person. You're not trying to disrespect them. You're not trying to get to their level. You're trying to rise above that by simply removing yourself or taking a step back. And that's what I did with that girl that disrespected me over and over again. Because despite me clearly being upset about this situation, whether I said it or not, it's something that really was annoying to me. It's something that I felt really disrespected and devalued. And again, it was me. It was my own doing. I didn't stand up for myself. But I decided to take that step and take that power back that I had for myself and step back from the situation. I realized that the only way this situation is going to work, the only way this situation is going to heal is by stepping back, because it's very clear that this person has no interest in changing their ways or fixing or being more catering towards what I personally want for myself. Now, I'm not asking you to change your entire life for me. I'm not asking you to like find lucky charms. I'm not asking you to find the pot at the end of the rainbow. I'm simply asking for you to respect me or treat me in a way that's more respectful for me, that makes me feel more appreciated. And if you can't do that, I'm not going to call you a bad person. I'm not going to hate you. I'm just simply going to step back, because it's very clear that you're not willing to respect my boundaries. And that's the life approach that I've started to take now. And I feel that my relationships with people, my connections, have become a lot more towards what I want. I'm not looking for a yes man. I'm not looking for anyone to just like tiptoe around me. I want you to be real and honest, but I also want you to be considerate of how I feel. I want you to be aware that there are certain things that I don't like, and it's on my part, it's my responsibility to make sure that I'm standing up for myself in order to do that. So if you truly want to stand up for yourself, if you truly want to get to a point where you don't feel walked over, where you are able to stand up for yourself, you need to be able to address situations that you don't like. If someone disrespects you, if someone calls you out your name, if someone does something that you don't like, don't laugh it off, because there's nothing funny about that. If you genuinely feel disrespected, if you genuinely feel hurt about that situation, the worst thing you could do is laugh it off and pretend that everything is okay. You need to make sure that you are genuinely addressing that issue. You're being honest and open with that person. And if they laugh it off, if they aren't willing to hear you out or even negotiate with you or even have a conversation with you, see how they can improve, maybe they apologize, who knows? If they're not showing any sort of empathy towards you, or they're not being considerate towards you, don't call them a bad person. It's simply that that person doesn't respect you, and that's okay. Just distance yourself. There's no need for you to be there anymore. There's no need for you to go through situations where you no longer need to endure the problems that that person is sending you away. That person has made it very, very clear that they don't respect you, and that's okay. Just disrespect me from a distance. You won't be near me, and that's okay. You need to realize that saying no, being able to tell someone no and saying that you disagree with someone, that is not a bad thing at all. That is the best thing you can do for your self-esteem. That is the best thing you can do to show that you respect yourself. Because as I said before, the main reason why people disrespect you is because you don't respect yourself. You allow these people to talk to you a certain type of way because in your mind you think that you deserve to be treated that way. You think you deserve to be spoken in a way that isn't beneficial to you. You think you deserve to be spoken to in a way that belittles you, that makes you feel small. You deserve way much more than that. You deserve so much more than that. And I know it's hard to believe at first. I know it's very hard to really think that you're deserving of anything, but when you really step back and think, do I deserve to be treated this way? Does this person make me feel special? Does this person make me feel appreciated? Does this person make me feel like I deserve to have good in my life? Or does this person make me feel like I deserve nothing? Does this person make me feel small? Does this person make me feel insignificant? If that person does that and you address that and nothing changes, that person, sorry to say, that person simply has no interest in you. that person has simply no consideration towards how you feel. And the best case scenario and the worst case scenario is simply stepping back and removing yourself from that situation. The reason why it's the best and worst is because it's better for your self-esteem, it's better for your character. You are taking one further step towards becoming the person who respects himself more and more. The only reason it's a worse situation is because you're actually going to have to follow through and you're going to have to maintain that energy. Someone who was close to you, someone who you thought would never disrespect you, or someone you never thought that you could live without or be away from, you're going to have to do that out of respect for yourself. And the worst part is, sometimes this is family, sometimes this is someone who's close to you, like a partner, sometimes it could be someone you've known for a very long time. But what you need to realize is that you were not brought on this earth to be a fool. You were not brought on this earth to be a doormat. You were not brought on this earth to be someone else's second best, someone else's option. You are way more than that. Don't ever let no one treat you like that. Don't ever let someone devalue you. Don't ever let someone belittle you. If someone is not going to respect you, if someone is not going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated, the way you feel you deserve to be treated, and after addressing that situation, they're not willing to change or not willing to even consider the fact that maybe they're doing something that you don't like, respectfully, they don't deserve to be in your presence. And I'm going to be very blunt with that. I want to make this very clear, right? I am not saying develop a massive ego and everyone has to bow to you. We're not talking about that. We're talking about basic self-respect. We're talking about basic manners, basic politeness, basic being considerate to someone else and empathetic to someone. It's simply stating your boundaries, being honest. This is how I feel. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. And respectfully, if you don't do what I like within certain reason, I'm not going to stay here. That is completely fine, and every single person is entitled to that. You need to realize that you are entitled to that as well, and there is nothing wrong with standing up for yourself and letting someone else know that you do not deserve to be treated poorly in any type of way. You need to stand up for yourself, say no, and realize that you are deserving of what you think you are deserving of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, be sure to like, comment, share, and let someone else know who you think could use this video. I love you guys. Take care of yourself.